You're still here. No, no, go to the next episode. No.
Alright.
Take the wheel, Efren.
Of course. Skirt! Alright, what's up, you guys? Welcome to another live review here on She-Hulk, which is going to be the 8th episode of She-Hulk. So I thought it was going to be over. Apparently, there's still one more episode. But yeah, man, this episode was... we have a lot to talk about this episode, so let's get right down to it. Before we actually do get started, just want to go ahead and give a special shout out to our Crown Knights, Invincible, and to Jason Beltran for supporting us on Crown Gambit Patreon. So if you guys haven't had a chance, make sure to subscribe today, become a member, take advantage of all the extra perks that it comes with. So this episode was definitely a much better episode. I wouldn't say that this is going to redeem the show, but it definitely gave the opportunity for it to turn a leaf into a much better direction. So I'm really excited to actually get down into this episode. Before we do you want to add something to it?
No, my name is Aubrey, and this is Efren. As some of you guys already know, or most of you guys already know, since you have visited this channel. I like this episode. I actually like this episode, and the reason being is because there are a lot of things here that they put in.
Who's they?
You know, the creators, the producers and stuff, the writers, whoever wrote this, whoever directed this. I think there was a lot of things here that was important, especially finally the reveal of Matt Murdock in all his glory. I'm glad that Matt Murdock is here. We did somehow predicted this. I said in the beginning that I was 50-50 with this. I said in the beginning that they're not going to show Matt Murdock or Daredevil until maybe the last episode or second to the last episode. And then I changed my mind and said, okay, I don't think they're going to show Matt Murdock at all. Because of how the show was going. And we finally get Matt Murdock. And need be say, I did see a short clip prior to the reaction video. Because no, I mean, it was just posted everywhere. They announced it, and I think they did this on purpose because they wanted, as much as how like She-Hulk is going with the series, it was failing with its reviews, and the ratings were so bad and all that stuff going on that they needed something to redeem the show, and I think Matt Murdock's Daredevil did it.
Well, they just needed eyes on
this
it.
This was a gamble. This was a big gamble because we didn't know if having Matt Murdock there was going to make him or break him for his next spin-off series for the next Disney Plus show. Yep. Because that's what they're planning to do with him. But I think he did this show justice. I think he actually saved the series just with this one episode. The whole series itself still needs some building, some strength. There was a lot of weaknesses within the show, things that were irrelevant. But overall, yeah, I think it did a great job. I think Charlie Cox as Matt Murdock did a great job in this one.
Oh yeah, definitely. Mm-hmm. This was incredible. Just the fact that we don't just get them for a few seconds. You actually get them for like a whole episode. And it's so cool that they actually... And I had predicted this from the beginning. I was like, man, more likely they're either going to join forces, which they did, or they're going to go against each other and not going to like each other. And apparently later on they're going to like each other.
You also said that too in court, or I don't know. One of us mentioned it, where they're going to challenge each other in court and challenge each other's... what do you call this?
Intellectual mind.
Yeah.
And see who basically was a better lawyer. Yeah. And Matt Murdock apparently proved victorious. And on top of that, they end up having a hookup, which I knew something like this was going to happen. And
so we have Phantom X. Phantom X says, bro, she smashed Daredevil. That's so funny because in the reaction video that we did, I go, is She-Hulk going to smash? Like, is She-Hulk going to Hulk smash Daredevil?
And she smashed.
And she smashed.
She smashed in many ways, actually. She did the clap on him. She did everything on him.
Well, she did the thunderclap.
The thunderclap. She gave him the thunderclap.
After the fight, after all that.
Yeah, man. Even the strongest women, man, they become softies.
They did this. They smashed and stuff. I I had a conversation with a buddy of mine, Rich. I know you guys probably seen him guest in some of
The Matrix.
our episodes in our channel, like the Matrix review or the Matrix breakdown, which you guys should definitely check that out because prior to the film, I think he predicted at least 99%, and it was accurate to what's going to happen with that new Matrix 4 film. So Richie Rich told me, bro, did you see the She-Hulk yet? The new episode? And I was like, no. He goes, dude, it's funny. And I go, is it funny, like funny bad or funny haha? And he goes, no, it's just funny. So after watching it, I thought this was a great take. I think the chemistry was good between the two.
Yeah.
And I actually like this episode. I think having Daredevil in this episode redeemed the show because there are big plans with not only She-Hulk but all these small minor characters we've been seeing.
Like
and Disney
Leapfrog.
Plus. No, like Moon Knight. Like Moon Knight, like Miss Marvel, all the minor characters because of the Secret Wars Avengers. I think it's Marvel's Secret Wars or Avengers Secret Wars. We're gonna have another showdown with a big bad, and we're gonna have not Thanos, but somebody else because now we're getting all these small characters. The Young Avengers are gonna start forming and reassemble, and then we're gonna have all these other characters from all the Disney Plus to team up and finally meet each other. Shang-Chi, all those guys, and this is what Marvel and Disney is trying to do. They're trying to build all these characters that we don't know, that we're not what do you call it? It's not affiliated, but that we just know that we're not.
Well, it's not just part of the first stage of Marvel, but now it's moving on to the next stage, the next group of Marvel characters. Some that are known, some that aren't. Because look at She-Hulk.
Most of them not known. Most of them not known.
Yeah, most like She-Hulk. That's a great way to introduce a lot of characters that weren't really recognized at all, and they just made small cameos at the beginning of like the comic books, like Leapfrog. What was the other one?
Never made like She-Hulk was a big comic.
Yeah,
book
but I'm
character.
talking about like Leapfrog because Leapfrog, look, he comes out also in Spider-Man as well, and then you have what was the other one? Who were the guys from the last episode?
Intelligentsia.
No, not just
The Wrecking Crew.
No, not just the Wrecking Crew. I'm talking about
all those other small guys.
Yeah.
Like the Bull and the that one vampire guy. And,
like
and
all
the
of
Porcupine
those, like all
or
those
something.
are characters, which I'm sure they're all. I'm sure it's not gonna be like the last time we see them. I'm sure they might come out in the next big, film.
I think
Marvel
with all
film
these
to,
D-list characters or C-list characters, I think this is a good way to introduce them because they're not big characters, so nobody really cares about them. Like you probably mentioned, they haven't really popped up a lot in the comic books, the films, or even in the animated series. So yeah, it's the best way to present them for fan service. A lot of fans who actually read the comic books are like, oh, I know that character. Oh, I know that character, and the general audience is like, who the heck is that? Who the heck is that?
Yeah.
But I think it's great. I think it's a good way to introduce some of these like small level characters. And Leapfrog is actually, I don't know anything about Leapfrog. All I know is that he looks like Kick-Ass. I thought it was Kick-Ass at first. I'm like, no, that looks like Kick-Ass, right? With the whole green and everything and the whole yellow stripes and everything.
Yeah.
But we did look it up, and he is actually a character. He's a character in Marvel, the Marvel comics. I don't know what part or who is. He fought Spider-Man. He fought Daredevil. I'm not sure if he's a Spider-Man villain or a Daredevil villain, but I do know that Daredevil does borrow some of Spider-Man's villains. So I actually like his suit. It's not bad. He looks like Kick-Ass, but his suit looks
like
better
a Ninja
than
Turtle.
His suit looks better than what you see him in the comic books.
Yeah.
But I actually like it. And there's a Marvel Legend of him too. I think it's a Build-A-Figure or something. So now I want to get that Marvel Legends figure. But yeah, it's I like this. I mean, I actually like this show. So Phantom X says, like Ally McBeal, I thought it was Vigilante.
Well, it says here.
Peacemaker. Remember you mentioned that?
Yeah, he does. He definitely does. He looked like what was his name?
Vigilante from Peacemaker. Yeah, that's what Phantom X just said right now too. He said like Ally McBeal, and Phantom X says, I thought it was Vigilante from Peacemaker.
So basically, it says here like that Eugene Patilio is an aspiring hero and the son of a former supervillain, Leapfrog. His power derives from electric coils and his boots that give him the ability to leap great distances. He has petitioned to join the Defenders, the Avengers, and become Pete Parker, aka Spider-Man's sidekick. So he's supposed to come out as one of Spider-Man's sidekick, basically.
Yeah.
So
So he's not meant to be a bad guy. He wants to be a superhero, but in able to do that, he needed his tailor. And because his tailor is suing him, or he's suing his
he's
tailor,
suing his tailor because he's
Luke Jacobson, aka Edna from The Incredibles, because he's suing him now, he's not going to make a super suit for him.
That basically screwed up She-Hulk with her perfect record. I mean, she lost to Matt Murdock pretty bad.
I mean, how often do you win against Matt Murdock?
But it's the same way. It's like she could have asked the same facts, just the same way that Matt Murdock said, "Well, have you thought about maybe asking first before jumping into conclusions?" Same thing. If she were to ask, like, "All right, so your suit was a defect, okay? So how does it work? How does your suit work?" And then he could have said, "Yeah, I put blah 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 fuel," and then he could have went up to Jacobson and asked him, "Hey, so this was what you said to put in the instructions. This was what he did, and it came out defective." If she were to follow that pattern, she would have realized that her defendant screwed up and put the wrong thing that was not.
But you do realize that he did lie a little bit. He left out one detail, that he actually used fuel, and he's not supposed to be using fuel.
Exactly, but
the
if she followed protocol and actually said, "All right, so tell me, how does this suit work?" and did her job, then she could have.
She did. He lied to her. He didn't tell her.
Well, he didn't ask her, like, how is it powered up. It was Matt Murdock, the one who figured out. He's like, "What did you smell?" All right, what is supposed to have? Oh, you're not supposed to use this. And just right off the bat, Matt destroyed that whole case just off of that little detail that I'm sure she didn't probably think to even ask.
I really like the whole dynamic with the court. This is something I've been waiting and wanting with She-Hulk, because throughout the series we've been getting She-Hulk doing irrelevant things, just like the wedding thing, and we wanted her to be more in court. We wanted her to fight cases, and also in her spare time, in her side job, fight crime. But of course, they wrote her. They wrote the character against the whole, being an Avenger, being a superhero. So she did very little of that, and I mean that's what the series was struggling with, because we were so focused on She-Hulk's feelings as opposed to like her, being She-Hulk from the comic books. But in this episode this episode, we finally get a She-Hulk with an outfit, and how badass was that fight scene between Daredevil and She-Hulk, and finally seeing Charlie Cox wearing the full-on gold and red.
I just feel like she beat him so quick to uncover his mask.
That's like Batman versus Superman right there, or Batman versus Wonder Woman. That's so like reminiscent to that. It was so reminiscent to Zack Snyder's Superman versus Batman, because Daredevil is so much like Batman in a way. I mean, not as rich, but obviously his occupation is a lawyer, but he's so much like Batman. And I just really like that fight scene.
She-Hulk is more like Wonder Woman.
She-Hulk is like Wonder Woman.
Not Superman. Superman's.
No, I'm just saying in reminiscent to Zack Snyder's Superman versus Batman, like the whole fight scene, that what reminded me, because it's strength versus speed, strength versus his skills and his stamina. So I really like that. I really like that fight scene. It was a short fight scene, but actually it was pretty good. I really like it. Her throwing vehicles at him. I think that was one of, like, there was like a Lexus vehicle that that she threw on him, and he was able to dodge it because of his senses. And I really love that. That's something I was hoping to see this in the series, and it sucks that we had to wait for the last 2 episodes for us to really see something like this. I was really hoping that maybe he could come out maybe in the midsection of the series, but at least we finally get him. And I didn't think he was going to come out anymore because of how the show was going. I really didn't think. I was losing hope, but I'm really glad. I'm really glad.
And I hope that he does come out the next episode, the last episode, because he was supposed to technically leave back to Hell's Kitchen, but who knows? We might actually get him for one more. Actually,
New York, Los Angeles, New York, and that whole. I don't know what that fight scene was, but there was this one towards the end of She-Hulk where She-Hulk, like She-Hulk rages because of her the intelligentsia exposing her, and there was they were in the Wilshire banquet, and I live close by there because I live in K-Town. So that whole Wilshire banquet, I'm like, oh shit, I've seen that. I see that. I live close by that. So I like the fact that there's a lot of like shots here that I recognize, especially when I do live in LA. That one that one scene with Leapfrog and his hideout, I really like that hideout. Because his hideout's all designed. He also has the Frogger game. I had a feeling
that was like so funny, man. I was like,
Frogger arcade in there, and the fact that his goons were trying to find a name for their gang and stuff.
Yeah, like code names.
Yeah, like little.
I want to be Tadpole.
You were the Tadpole or something. The Goon Squad.
Yeah, that was funny. That was hilarious.
I knew that Luke Jacobson was going to show up again because towards the end of that one episode, I don't know if it was episode 3 or 4, when Luke Jacobson has that one box and you see the cowl of Daredevil, and it's written and noted for pickup. I knew that this wasn't going to be the last time we were going to see Luke Jacobson. So I'm glad that he did come out in this episode, because it does make sense that he would have to show up in this episode, since he is creating designing the clothes for superheroes, mostly superheroes.
Yeah, and so we are gonna get Matt Murdock in one more episode.
This is the way he cuts me off.
One more episode he's gonna come out in, which is tomorrow. I mean, tomorrow's gonna be next week.
Okay.
So yep, he's supposed to come on the 9th episode, the last episode as well. So this is gonna be dope to actually see this. Hopefully, this actually gives it a much better route to be like, all right, cool. There's gonna be a second season. I hope they completely get rid of all of that wannabe comedy shit and just completely get down to like She-Hulk really being She-Hulk. You know, like super villain at the same time becoming the best attorney. You know, just focus on both of those, not that kind of bullshit.
I think what really saved.
Let's get right to
I really think what really saved the show was the appearance of Daredevil. Finally, Matt Murdock with his new gold red suit. And She-Hulk's comment is like, oh, I like the whole ketchup and mustard look. That's cute. But I think this is the reason why. I don't know whose decision it was, maybe Feige or whoever the producer or whoever is directing this or the writer, but I think this is their way of like fixing this She-Hulk series, because the She-Hulk series was failing. I mean, look, there's a possibility we're gonna get a second season of She-Hulk, because remember, She-Hulk still needs to meet up with the Avengers, and she has to meet up with all the Marvel characters for the Secret Wars, the new biggest. After Endgame, after that, the new biggest war is going to be the Secret Wars, and we're going to have all these Marvel characters: Moon Knight, Miss Marvel, She-Hulk, Hawkeye, all those cats team up again to fight the big bad, stronger than Thanos. I was thinking about like gargoyles, Thanos. So I have a feeling we're gonna get a second season of She-Hulk. Not right away. Maybe later on, but we are definitely going to get a second season of She-Hulk, because they have to build this character some more, and I think they need to do a second season. I think, look, as much as I don't like this show, I think they should do a second season and fix it. Have a new writer, get rid of that, who was writing this right now, get rid of her, get a new writer, get some new direction, and I think you can do She-Hulk justice. I think you can still do it. I think She-Hulk still has some qualities to it, but you just got to get rid of all the irrelevant stuff. And so Osvaldo Santos says he gave her the She-Hulk smash.
Of course. Yeah. And then Phantom X said Daredevil did the walk of shame. That was hilarious when he was walking away.
That's like what girls do, basically, after one night smash.
Jennifer's friends are like, "Oh, I just saw some guy in a costume doing the walk of shame." That was.
I just saw the devil do a walking shame. Yeah.
And she goes, oh yeah, because she was here. He's like, oh, you're the Daredevil. She's like, you're the devil. And then that was just funny.
Oh, dude.
What about her doing the Wolverine?
Dude, like when she did the Wolverine thing, like I'm like, where did she get that? Where did she get that? I tripped out so much when she came out with some forks and spoons and did the whole Wolverine
Not
class.
the
I'm
forks
like,
and spoon. That was with her makeup stuff.
whatever,
Put her
like
makeup.
whatever it is. But she did the Wolverine claws. Like where did she get that? That's my question. Is Wolverine already?
Sorry about that.
Good.
Yeah. Just getting a phone call.
I just lost myself right now.
So
We're gonna have a 10-second like brain fart right now until I find myself.
So
No,
where
I'm
did you
just
find
kidding.
yourself?
No, I'm just saying that maybe Wolverine, like the mutants, or Wolverine has already made an appearance in the MCU. People already know of him, like they've seen him somewhere, and maybe they're just like throwing that reference in there. So I don't know. I thought that was pretty. That was pretty cool.
That was dope.
I think that's pretty
really
cool.
like that.
I think it's pretty cool because obviously Deadpool 3, we're getting a Wolverine, so.
And then now they're throwing
He's
this.
already announcing Hugh Jackman coming back to play Wolverine as supposedly his final role. But I doubt that's going to be Hugh Jackman's final role. I mean, Ryan Reynolds, with his charismatic and whatever he's throwing in the table, whatever he's probably giving Hugh Jackman the script and say, bro, I know you said you're not going to do Wolverine anymore, and Logan was probably the last time
And I respect that, but
that you're going to portray Wolverine, but read the script. Just one more time. Read the script. What do you think? Oh, well. All right, this looks great. Well, yeah. Well, I think I might work with that.
oh, fuck it. Let's do it.
Like, yeah. How many people do you think are looking for something like this? All right, yeah. Okay,
How much
cool.
did you say I was going to make?
Yeah. Yeah, I'll do it. Let's do it one more time. One more
fuck
time. Yeah. So,
That's gonna be
I'm
dope.
excited. I'm excited.
Yes.
There's as far as like there was questions about how they're gonna do it because there's a lot of fourth wall breaking that Deadpool does. He likes to talk to the audience, but She-Hulk does the same thing too. So maybe Marvel can get away with that with the fourth wall breaking without damaging any of what's going on in the universe. They can still do some fourth wall breaking and still progress with the story and still have the audience still focus on the story without getting distracted with the fourth wall. So I think they can still implement that using that fourth wall breaking because Shields already demonstrated that.
Yeah, but I mean, let's just hope it gets much better. Because I think if it wasn't for Matt Murdock coming on this episode, I don't think they would have got so many views. 'Cause a lot of people, I'm sure, gave up on this
Did they get a lot of views already?
I don't know if they did or not, but I'm just saying, having to promote, what's his name, Daredevil, Matt Murdock, or Charlie Cox, having to promote him, then I don't think they would have too many views. Maybe a lot of people would have been like, oh shit, I didn't even know.
No, they needed this.
They needed
this wild card. They needed this wild card to save
and
this.
he's going to come out the next episode, so it's like they're really trying to give it full throttle to bring it back to life. So let's see if it happens, I was already done with the show. And then so he came up to me and said, dude, I just saw his little clip that it came out. And I'm like, well...
Wait, who said it?
You.
How did it say it? Do it again? Do it again?
When you just told me...
How'd you say it?
I don't know how I said it. Just said it.
Oh, you saw it.
Hey, I'm at the gym, but I just finished watching...
Is that how I sound?
Yeah, you're like,
Wait.
I just finished watching a little clip. I think Daredevil's going to bring it back to life.
Wait, was I bench pressing while I called you?
I don't know. You sound like you were having heavy breath. It definitely wasn't from She-Hulk and Matt Murdock type of stuff. It was more like a workout. He's like, I'm at the gym now, but he's like, don't watch it. Just wait for the reaction. I want to see your reaction to it. But yeah, it's gonna be good. Watch.
Is that how I sound?
That's kind of how you sounded. Like, but I'll call you later because I'm actually at the gym right now. All right, peace.
You make it sound like I'm hyperventilating or something.
That's how he was.
I'm doing like 350 pounds right now at the gym after watching She-Hulk.
I got 5 more sets. I am the Abinator.
That's something at the gym though. Like whenever I'm in the gym and somebody's asking like, "Hey, bro, like how many sets do you have left?" I'm like, "I got 5 more sets, bro." Yeah. I gotta get this chest plates going.
By the way, I like your beard. Can I smell it?
I didn't say, can I smell it?
He did say, "Can I smell
I
it?"
said, hey, bro, I like your beard, bro. And
And,
then
and he goes like this to himself, so that way he'll be like, me and you, we have the same beard, but yours is white. Mine is, not white.
yeah. Kapow!
Hey, what's up? Oh, man.
But and what else did they? There was okay, Todd is like micro racist, bro. Todd is so racist, bro. Micro racist. You know who Todd is, right?
Todd
The guy that she went on a blind date with.
Yeah, the one that Wakanda forever.
He did like, oh man, I just love these, this African stuff, Wakanda forever,
Wakanda forever.
And he said something about like, I found this spear because, after they get colonized. I'm like, bro, this guy.
I got all the receipts and all, so
I'm sure they wrote him to be racist, but yeah, he was pretty racist. Bro.
He's like, I got the receipts and all, so we're good. It's mine.
Jesus Christ, freaking Todd, what a douche.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's pretty much it. I really like Luke Jacobson. I like his character. Again, I like him coming back. I think he's going to be playing a bigger role in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. He's going to be making some more suits for different people. Obviously not for super villains, but enable for him to make suits for different villains. They're going to have to kidnap him and force him to make a suit for him because he has that ability to make fire resistant or fireproof suits.
He could get down to business.
He's Edna from Incredibles. So.
Yeah, he could do anything, everything. That was a really cool episode. I actually gotta give this episode an 8 out of 10, and that's just because of Matt Murdock. But the overall show just only gained about half a point in my eyes.
Half a point, damn, that's I would give the whole entire show from now and from then. I would give it probably like overall. I'll probably give it like maybe a 4.5.
I give it a 4.
Out of 10. You know what I mean? Not 0.5.
Mine is 4.3.
4.3. Okay, 4.5.
We're almost at the halfway. Maybe after this episode, it might be a 5 out of 5, just because of the last 2 episodes. It's just that it pissed me off. Is you wasted 7 good, perfectly good episodes. No, 6 episodes, because the first one was actually pretty good.
There was a lot of fillers.
But 6 other ones that you could have done so much to it. That would have been made it so awesome. That would have been like, damn, I love watching, these kind of shows. But
each episode, especially with its whatever cliffhanger, I don't know if it even has a cliffhanger.
Yellow didn't really have
every episode, but I think it didn't give people enough confidence to want to watch the next episode.
Or to wait for the next
weekly.
episode.
It's not like Game of Thrones, House of Dragons, or any of that stuff. But
yeah, as soon as you're done with the episode, God damn, 7 more days until the next episode comes out. Fuck.
It's not one of those episodes where you're like you can't wait for it.
Yeah.
Where you're anticipating for the next episode.
I feel like that with Daredevil now. I'm like, damn it, I want to see a show already.
Uh oh. So okay, I don't want to pronounce your name wrong, so I'm just gonna spell it out. Is it Two-Mad or TWO-Mad?
Yes.
But Two-Mad says they ruined Daredevil. What's your response to that?
Ruined Daredevil? No, I don't think so. I mean, what would you make it assume like it was ruined? Because in my eyes, if anything, they did a good introduction on Daredevil. Maybe they shouldn't have had him hook up, but because he's more of like the Hell's Kitchen. But then again, he's known to be hooking up with a bunch of chicks. But I don't think they ruined him at all. He did really good. His fighting, his being in court, he was like literally on point. I feel like it was a good way to introducing him. The next episode, I wonder exactly what the next episode is gonna have for him, because I know for a fact he's supposed to be coming out in one more episode. So let's see if he comes out another full episode or half episode. But I want to hear your intake. Like, what made it? What ruined about Daredevil's character?
You mean, what was your take?
Well, what was your take on it?
Why you feel like they ruined?
Yeah, and what about you? What made you? Do you think based on the question, or saying that they basically ruined
You know, based on a
Daredevil.
comment.
Yeah, based on the comment.
Thanks for your comment, by the way, too, man. No, I mean, I don't think they ruined Daredevil. I mean, if is it the suit or is it his persona? Because it's still the same. I feel he still has the same characteristics as Charlie Cox's Daredevil in Netflix. Obviously, his character in Netflix. I mean, that's a full series. That's a full Netflix series of Matt Murdock. So, you know, we have a development with Matt Murdock in the whole entire Netflix series, as opposed to this one we just have one episode of him. So remember, Disney Plus is making a full series on him. Let's judge that first and see how that series goes, and then we can compare with the Netflix version and see how bad they did it. But this is a
Well, Netflix
this
version
is
is
one.
a whole different like that.
No, I know, and Disney's working on the ratings right now as far as like because Netflix is more R-rated or PG-13, and this is PG-13 or made for family. So let's see how they recreate Daredevil in the Disney Plus because those are two different entities. You want to read this one?
So, Two Matt said, Matt Murdock stuff was good, but the Daredevil stuff was awful. Mainly comes down to the writing because in the Netflix series, his humorous moments were actually funny. His humor fell flat badly. Yes, there's some that kind of like that wasn't
Thanks, too, man, for that comment. By the way,
didn't kind of match with how he is, but it's like you can't. It's, now you have Netflix and then Disney Plus, so they have different ways of how they make, their or I guess their writers how they are. But I really thought some of the stuff that they were saying was pretty funny. Well, not necessarily too funny, but it actually wasn't like some of the other episodes of She-Hulk that was just completely didn't even make me laugh. Like I was just mostly just didn't even think about that. Oh shit, there was some funny parts. This was just flat out just weak. But this was actually some of the stuff was actually pretty funny.
well, my take on this comment, too, man, and thank you for your comment, too, man. What?
You said that already.
No, I know, but I'm saying it again. Yeah, I'm saying it again. Yeah, thank you for your comments, man. My take on this is, again, this is they brought Matt Murdock in here to save the franchise, so they're just shoehorning him in real quick, and trying to build chemistry between him and She-Hulk because he needs something like that to save this series. So again, I can't judge this just by this one episode alone, because this is one episode versus like a full. I don't know how many seasons did we have, like three or four seasons.
3 seasons.
Three seasons, right? And the last season was with Kingpin and what's his name?
Punisher.
No, that was season
second,
2.
yeah.
The last season, what's the other? Bullseye and Kingpin and Daredevil, and I thought that was the best. I thought that was the best season, by the way, especially with Bullseye's arc. I like Bullseye's arc. I want to see Bullseye again, and I know they didn't kill him off because I think he was somehow. I don't know if he was. What do you call this? Paralyzed or whatnot? Because Kingpin really, he beat him up. But they plugged something on the back of his vertebrae, I guess, to make him more solid with his skills. But
John Sheriff
sorry
or
about
John
that.
Sheriff?
John Sheriff.
Yeah, I'm gonna hang up on that. So what was I saying? So the character development with Matt Murdock and Netflix was intense. And the writing was great, and yes, of course, there's some comic relief there as well, especially with him and his colleagues. But again, you're comparing it to like one episode with She-Hulk, and I think let's see what happens, because I don't know what's going to happen with the new series, with Daredevil with Disney Plus.
I hope they don't really try too much of like this comedy, like kind of like how they do it with She-Hulk, because then I would feel like it would get ruined. You know what I mean?
The what? Say again?
Because if they try to do that comedy shit with Daredevil, I don't think it's gonna work out too much. Because you know how Daredevil is. It's like trying to make comedy off of Punisher. It just would not fit his.
Well,
character.
you can't put comedy with Punisher.
Exactly.
He's just a serious character.
It's the same with Daredevil though. He's mostly all serious, the Avenger. Like he's the real definition of a vigilante. You know what I'm saying? Like they don't really have that kind of humor in them. It's not that much.
What you talking about in this episode?
Yes, and I hope that they don't try to do that with the Disney Plus series. where they try to add some
Try
comedy.
to make him funny.
Yeah, I hope not.
Well, because you have to remember who's directing it and who's writing. The writer for this show is bad. Okay, it's just bad. And I mean, for all you guys who've seen our live shows in the past with She-Hulk, it's been bad. Why are we still reviewing it? We wanted to see if it can still redeem itself with the last 2 episodes, which I feel it did. It's still not the best. I'm not saying this episode is like redeeming the whole entire series on the whole. I think it just saved it a little bit, and I think this is by far the best one out of the whole entire, season. Because there was a lot of like nonsense with the other episodes, and just by reading Tumad's next comment, I think we already know why this show is bad. So Tumad says, also don't appreciate how he's being used as a literal sex object.
He does that.
Hold on. Let's finish his comment. It's little sex object. It makes no sense, even when he's giving the advice to Jen about controlling the law in the bar. Jen ignored it all, just wanting him. Jen ignored. Good.
Yeah. Yeah. That's.
He's getting phone calls right now.
Maybe fuck, I have to text her here and just say, hey, I'll call you guys back.
Okay, so basically he's giving him advice about
about the
orders,
bar, yeah,
and telling Jen that you're a good lawyer. You just you can be She-Hulk, you can be Jen.
Yeah,
you can still be a lawyer, and you can still do good things, and you can do great things because you're She-Hulk. Using him as a sex object, I don't know, because Matt Murdock slept with a lot of girls in Netflix, so I don't know what's considered a sex object and what's not, because like he's known to like
Cox, man.
he tried to smash what's her name, that the girl who's a superhero girl on Netflix.
Who? Which one?
The superhero girl with strength. She has strength. She has her own
show.
Did.
Well, you're talking about Jessica Jones. He did, didn't he?
Yeah, I don't think so.
Oh no, he didn't.
No. Luke Cage smashed that.
Luke Cage smashed that.
He was trying to get with her. I mean,
come on, man. There's gotta be a
literal sex object. He slept with a lot of different girls in Netflix. Yeah. So, but I see what you're saying. The way they wrote him.
Well, he's the Hell's Kitchen. He's the devil.
That's how they wrote him. They wrote him like he's Bruce Wayne, basically. He's like Bruce Wayne, but instead of a billionaire philanthropist, he's a lawyer that saves people. But like superheroes got needs too, especially when you're still single. I mean, he
ain't taking for the bacon. He was, with Elektra until.
So he even slept with Elektra. He slept with Elektra. He slept with his
partner,
with his paralegal. He tried to sleep with Jessica Jones, but Jessica Jones was like, no, And then who else did he smash? He smashed every superhero chick that he's met. Mm-hmm. So I think they still took some of his characteristics in Daredevil's Netflix and implemented here. But let's see what happens. I get what you're saying to that, but let's see what happens with their Disney Plus. If they write it wrong, then we have enough. I mean, we have enough reason why we should bash Daredevil's Disney Plus show if they wrote him wrong.
Yeah.
But let's see what happens first. You want to read the next one that Tumad says?
Yeah. Tumad also said maybe it's just because of the reoccurring emphasis throughout this show that men are bad, women are good. That's why I'm just shocked how they do him like that. Then Walk of Shame too. Yeah, the Walk of Shame was definitely a low blow. He definitely, first of all, he's not gonna be walking like that in the Daredevil show at all.
I think he would.
You know what I'm saying?
Take off his suit. Oh no, he has no clothes with him though.
Yeah, so. But he would have just taken off. Like
he'd be walking naked if he takes his suit off. So I mean, Jen took him home wearing his Daredevil suit, so that's all he was wearing. So unless if Jen has like some extra, men's clothes that she kept around from her past dates, and like, here, try this. This is from Time. This is from Time.
This is from the last guy I hooked up. Yeah. Oh, from Josh. Oh, from the doctor.
Oh, this is from Josh right here.
Yeah, or the doctor. From all the guys that she's hooked up with as many guys as he's hooked up throughout the whole seasons. 3 seasons. So it's kind of a give and take, you know what I'm saying, with these with when it comes down to that. But I don't know. I just feel like there was a low blow when they had made him do the walk of shame.
I mean, I thought I was laughing.
It was funny, but it was still
I
like,
was laughing,
damn,
but
he wouldn't do that.
I was laughing, but I know they wouldn't do it like that. As far as like what Two Man says, maybe it's just because of the recurring emphasis throughout the show that men are bad. I agree with you, 100% on that, Two Man. I definitely agree with you. And women are throughout this show that men are bad, women are good.
Well, they've been
I
doing
agree.
that since the
I agree
first
with
episode.
you 100%.
Yeah, since the
Because
first episode.
this has been one of those like I hate men shows. I hate to say it. Like, look, Hulk smash me all you want, guys. You know, but it's true. The facts are right there. Even the writer says, "Oh, I'm writing it like this, just to let you know. You know, this is out in the open. I'm not trying to hide anything. This is how I'm going to write this show." She even said it in her interview. So we all know how this show is going to turn out after she said that in her interview, and especially with that one scene. I think it was the very first episode when Bruce Banner was trying to teach her how to control her anger, and she's doing her mantra, and then he's like, you know, I was like Hulk rage, but now I found the center piece. Like over 10 years, I've been destroying things, but I finally found my center. And then She-Hulk says something like, you know, that's nothing in comparison to.
So what I have to go through as a woman, and
There's nothing. It's nothing in comparison to like the cat calls. You know, trying to do that. Like it's hard being a woman. Come on, dude. Like Bruce Banner saved the world, and the Blip and Thanos, and saved like millions of people, and had to fight his whole inner self with the whole Hulk thing, and you're gonna go ahead and tell me, oh, the cat calling is hurting you.
Yeah.
Boo hoo.
She got the better part of the Hulk. Like
that part didn't make sense. No, I'm just saying that I know it's fictional, but that don't make sense. Like why write that part in there? Like, oh wow,
they try to make it seem like
making it seem like she's a victim. Like she's a victim.
You're making a victim, and they make it seem like women are so much better than men. Like that's how they're making the show. Which
they're writing it as like the females are the biggest victims, as opposed to like men don't have big problems like we do have big problems.
Yeah, we have huge problems. You don't see us talking about it like, hey,
we're the first guys.
Women,
okay, in the Titanic, who's the one who stays last? The guys do. Women and children first on the boat. We have to stay. We have to stay and die.
Remember, now it's men that go first with their kids. Women, you want equality rights? You stay now. Oh man, that's basically how it's just confusing when it comes down to what women want.
Okay.
Women want one thing and then they go to another.
Let's steer away. Read the next.
You want women to be like, oh my god, let's cancel them because of this.
Steer. Read the next comment.
Two Man also said, I'm still confident about the series though. They will get the correct writers. Also, Kingpin being in it makes me hopeful too. There's no way they'll mess the whole show up based on Daredevil. What do you think about that?
I'm still confident about it. Let me reread this. I'm still confident about his series though. They will get the correct writers. Also, Kingpin being in it makes me hopeful too. Ooh, there's no way they can mess a whole show up based on Daredevil. I think I agree. But then again, that's Disney Plus though. I mean, how is Disney Plus going to convert, everything that's happened in Netflix? Because I mean, with the Punisher, especially with the Punisher affiliated with Daredevil, he did a lot of killing, and is Disney Plus gonna, go a level up with that? Are they gonna do something like that? I'm not sure, but I have a strong feeling with this one. I do have a strong feeling with the next Daredevil series, and I think a lot of people are anticipating this next Daredevil series with Disney Plus. How do you feel about the suit though? Because I like the suit. I actually like the gold, the mustard ketchup. The mustard.
Are you the gold? Are you the Golden Devil? That was funny.
I actually like the new suit. Maybe we're gonna probably go back to him wearing a full black stealth suit, because he does have a full black stealth suit that we haven't seen yet. I mean, he's worn the all black, but that's not really the Daredevil suit. We've seen, but I want to see the full on black stealth suit. We already saw the full red Yeah, man. I mean, there are different alterations. There's also I think it was like a black and like bluish silver suit. That they introduced him in the comics that I also want to see. So they might have, because we do have a Luke Jacobson in LA.
LA,
There's going to be a
baby.
possibility that we're going to see more of him designing more alterations for his suit
Yeah.
for different occasions.
And it's so
as
cool
well.
because Matt Murdock's supposed to be from Hell's Kitchen, which is basically a representation of a part of New York, right? So having it come from New York all the way to LA, that was a really cool thing to put Matt Murdock here, because show is based in LA, right?
Mhm.
LA City. And then obviously like you have different characters which that are part of different parts. Mostly it's all New York. I don't know what's up with that East Coast. You have the
I think
Jessica
shooting in
Jones.
New York is cheaper than it is shooting in
Well,
LA.
because you have a bunch of towers. I don't know. I guess it makes it more.
I don't know. I just think like shooting in Hollywood, Beverly Hills,
Oh, well, you can shoot elsewhere.
downtown, especially downtown LA. I think it's a lot more expensive here because it's Hollywood. So, that's
But
how
wouldn't
they're.
you figure since it's Hollywood, like that would be more of a
I mean,
place?
ask them why it's
We wouldn't know
expensive.
about any of that.
It's just more expensive to shoot here in
Like, we're
LA.
going to Canada and just shoot there.
It's a lot cheaper to shoot in Canada. I mean, that's where they
Yeah.
shoot all the Smallville stuff.
Mhm.
They set it up to where they were in Kansas, but all their shots were shot in Canada due to like budget. So a lot of their stuff was shot in Canada. That's
Yeah.
where Drake's from too. Drake is from Canada. You know, I got all that.
And we have two, Matt. He also said, really appreciate you guys, though, and thoughts and
Thoughts.
opinions. I respect them for sure.
Mhm.
Thank you so much, and we respect your opinion as well. And that's we appreciate you actually tuning in with us.
Yeah, yeah.
And
you should tune in more.
yeah, we're actually going to be doing
the Andor next.
the
Actually,
Andor.
we're doing Andor after this. We haven't seen Andor yet. I'm a big Star Wars fan. I'm loving that the lore of Star Wars is expanding. Thank you. Oh shit! Who's the who's
Red Pill Trooper.
no.
Who?
John, thank you, John Favreau and Dave Filoni. Oh
Oh.
gosh, I almost forgot their name.
Jeez, I don't know
Thank
what
you,
were
John
trying to hit.
Favreau and Dave Filoni. Thank you for opening up this even like
Making
just-
it, expanding it.
Thank you for all that.
Yeah, expanding the universe.
And thank you, George Lucas, for creating this awesome sci-fi.
Yeah, dude.
That put sci-fi on the map, because sci-fi was not. It was for a selected few at the time during the 70s, 80s. It was for a select few, but now we have a grand following on sci-fi. So
Mhm.
that's George Lucas. George, you got, man. We all bow down to and grovel on George
Yeah.
Lucas. He's the reason why we have the Star Wars stuff because
Yeah,
of that.
yeah.
Um,
But we're gonna be doing the episode first. We're gonna be doing our reaction video
then
to the episode,
we're gonna take a
and
break.
then we're gonna take a little quick break, and then jump straight into the live. So yeah, join us if you actually into
If you're into Star Wars
into
stuff,
Star Wars,
yeah.
especially like Andor. Like I know Andor really doesn't show much of a Star Wars feel to it, but it's still, the story is amazing, and I really enjoy that. And the fact that
it's like the Dark Knight. Like it's like a Christopher Nolan take on Star Wars. That's how I can compare
Yeah.
it to. Like it's like a Christopher Nolan Batman in comparison to like all the other DC stuff. It's like its own little thing, but still connected. I don't know. It's so weird.
somehow it's gonna connect, but I can't wait to, and I do hope they make more seasons off of it. They have the opportunity to make up to 5-6 seasons.
6 years.
So-
6 years prior to Rogue One. So we might get 5 or 6 seasons.
And the way it's heading, like with the good ratings, good writers, good cast, and great producers, dude, this has a real good potential to become really great.
Something special.
Something special, just like Mandalorian became something very special.
Oh man.
So
Mandalorian.
like that's just like, dude, if they do it like that, that's just has so many years to come of Star Wars,
And so much
and then later
potential.
on they can expand it even more at that point. But we do
One-
have a
The next-
comment here. The next comment, which was
You want me to read this? You want?
yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Too Bad says, I do think the suit looks good. I've always had an issue with the cowl of the suit. The eyes have always looked a bit weird to me, but the rest is great. Well, I have to say though, Too Mad, I think this suit looks better than Ben Affleck's Daredevil. I don't know how old you are. I'm pretty. I mean, I'm at the. Well, I remember Ben Affleck's Daredevil. I remember John Favreau was Foggy in that one. Did you know?
Yep.
That he was Foggy. Was it Foggy?
Yeah, Foggy.
Yeah. John Favreau was Foggy. Ben Affleck was Daredevil, and his suit was like weird. I think because his neck was so, I don't know, thick that he had a zipper, kind of like it looked like a jacket, and then he just put a cowl, and this part was revealed, like this part was showing, so it wasn't a full on suit like Batman. It looked like what's his name from the Batman. Patterson's Batman. Patterson.
That, yeah.
Like he had like a zipper going like this, and it kind of like flares or like opens up like a jacket. Like it looked like a jacket. So I would say this suit still looks way better, 100 times better than Ben Affleck's suit, because that one was like
maybe it could be like
unbearable. Oh, rest in peace, Michael Clark Duncan, for a fabulous Kingpin. I actually like Michael Clark Duncan as Kingpin. Rest in peace.
Mm-hmm.
You want to read the next one?
And then he wrote it right after that too. Matt said, "I've seen 4 episodes of Andor, and I'm not digging it that much so far. But I respect the different approach of the series. But I love Star Wars, so I'll watch pretty much anything that comes out." Yeah, I mean, I personally love it. I mean, I think it's just because also the actor. I really enjoy watching Diego Luna. I like watching like many different actors, just like Pedro Pascal and
my favorite actor right now.
So it's like I watch them and I just enjoy watching them play different roles. And but still, the story is just great. But we respect your opinion. Not a lot of people really do like it.
The reason why I respect this opinion, because I love Andor. I do love Andor, but we also mentioned on our other live reviews on Andor that this Andor show is not going to be for everyone. It's not going to be for everyone. It's going to be it's a different take, and to its typical design on Star Wars.
Yeah.
Basically. It's a different taste. And then, like, we've done some live reviews on it. If you want to go check it out, Too Mad, we did a live review on pretty much all the the previous Andor shows that's come out already these past weeks. But we also mentioned that some people are gonna hate it and some people are gonna love it. But I'm like you, Too Mad. I am digging anything Star Wars. Oh, and by the way, Too Mad, did you see the trailer to the Tales of the Jedi? That looked great. I love that one. You want to go to the next one?
I said, and then he wrote, Too Mad said, by a mile, I hate the Affleck. So yeah, that
see, I told you, 100%.
So much better.
Did you watch Daredevil's?
Yeah, I've seen that. That was old school.
Michael Clark Duncan. I actually liked him as Kingpin. I don't know. I thought he did pretty well as Kingpin. I liked him. Yeah.
Kingpin was dope.
Nobody is innocent in this town. Nobody. Because remember when he was asking Ben Affleck, he was like, "Hey, I need a couple of lawyers to represent our firm or whatever." And it's like, Ben Affleck and his Batman. He's like, "I only represent innocent people."
Justice.
It's like nobody in this town is innocent. Nobody. In my experience, based on my
career,
based on my business, based on my experience, nobody's innocent. Not here. Not in Hell's Kitchen.
Not ever.
This is my town now.
This
is still my town.
Next comics.
Too Mad says, have you guys seen the Last of Us trailer?
We actually did.
Last of Us trailer. Pedro Pascal looks phenomenal. He's been really killing it lately with everything he's been doing.
Yes.
He's like King Midas. Everything he touches is gold, except for Wonder Woman. That was a bit questionable.
Yeah.
But was his character in Wonder Woman? Maxwell Lord. Was it Maxwell Lord or Lord Maxwell?
Lord Maxwell.
Maxwell Lord. I think that was his character. Do you want to be a big star? With his I can make your dreams come true. I am not a loser. That's Pedro Pascal.
Oh man, no, but yeah, we actually did a trailer reaction and we talked about it in our last review.
Loved it.
We are really excited for it. I mean, come on, you have great writers, you have great actors.
You gotta replay the game.
Yeah, I didn't play the game. I just stopped playing the game at the very beginning. I just was more into like Resident Evil, wanted to get 100% on every single one of them. Because I have a big thing about getting 100% on the games before I actually swap it for the next game. So, but yeah, I'm going to replay it before actually show comes out. Because I want to see how much did they take from the game and applied it into the show. Because, dude, that like just watching the trailer reaction, and it was a teaser. It was
It
really.
was a teaser.
It wasn't, but it was a good
there
long
was
teaser.
very little. I don't know if there was any dialogue. I don't know.
No,
I have
there
to
was.
watch it again.
There was.
Maybe like a scene where there's like small dialogue, but then we see at the end.
Yeah, the tickers. Reminds us of the clickers.
Freak the hell out of me, and it looks great.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, I agree. I said it before in my in our past live reviews with Mandalorian, the Book of Boba Fett, that Pedro Pascal is like my favorite.
Yep. By far.
I mean,
he definitely is killing it, man.
He's killing it, dude.
Aspect.
He's killing it. Dude, he's come a long way from Game of Thrones.
Oh yeah.
Obi-Wan, what's his name again?
You killed my sister.
Obi-Wan Martell. Morbion Martell? I know it's Martell is his last name. Yeah. You kill her. You rape her. Wait, you rape her.
No more orgies for you.
Kill
Imagine just like from Thor, Zeus. No more orgy party for you.
Him and his orgies.
Oh man,
I like women.
I like women.
And I like men too.
And I like to have interaction.
I have a wife, but I also like men. Fucking dope, dude. He's such a dope guy, dude. He's so charismatic.
Mm-hmm.
He's so intense in his roles.
Yeah.
How is he in Narcos?
In Narcos, he's great. I mean, dude, he's freaking.
He can be comedic. He can be funny. He can play superhero. He can play this. He can.
And the father figure like how he is with Grogu. How he is in The
can do
Last
this,
of
but
Us.
in Narcos, how is this taking Narcos?
It's just he was like
It's so serious.
He's serious, but yeah, I mean, because that whole show is all about like serious.
No, but as an actor,
But it's like the same thing.
you
Like
have
Diego
to
Luna.
expand your. I mean, not just method. Not everyone needs to be a method actor, but you have to expand. You have to be versatile. You know, you have to show versatility with your roles. Like, if you can play this role, well, can you play this role as well? And if you can show that, if you can be serious, play comedy, and
he has
play
it on
drama.
His
Like,
comedy is
he's
hilarious.
good. He's so good.
Mm-hmm.
He's so
he
good.
definitely his character matches many different emotions that he can play, and he can play that very well and show a complete different person that doesn't tie into he kind of looks like this person from the last movie.
I mean,
that's what makes it great.
I mean, dude, if he can play the role, yeah. And T-1000 is going to be his brother in this one. What's his name? I forgot the other guy's name, but the guy who's going to be playing his Billy, because there's Joe Miller and Billy Miller, his brother. So the guy from Agents of Shield.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then Two Man also said, Tales of the Jedi. I'm very excited for the Dooku and Ahsoka stuff looks great. Yes, that's what we were talking about as well. Man, the young version of Count Dooku and also watching Ahsoka, she was a baby. That just looks really, really cool, dude. And it's just gonna answer a lot of questions of like missing parts, of like the whole Star Wars lore.
Oh, and by the way, rest in peace, Christopher Lee. Live action Dooku. When I found out about that, I was sad. But again, they're getting older, so it's just like now we just have Patrick Stewart and we have Gandalf left. But they're getting older, man. Let's get Xavier back. Seeing Xavier back in the Multiverse of Madness, Patrick Stewart playing Xavier, I love it. But they're just getting older now.
Yeah.
And so rest in peace, Christopher Lee. I don't know who's voicing the next Dooku, but from what I've caught so far, he sounded pretty well. It sounds very close to Christopher Lee, very close. So this Tales of the Jedi is going to be talking about, of course, I don't know if it's going to be the origin, but the past events of when Dooku was part of the Jedi Council. Maybe even showing, I don't know if they even find out that Dooku becomes goes rogue, just like Anakin. But he ends up, of course, joining Palpatine. becoming Palpatine's
Student.
Padawan, and starts practicing the dark arts of the Sith.
The Sith.
Not from a Jedi. Not from a Jedi. You can learn this. You can learn this. You can learn this type of. You can save people from dying. Not from a Jedi, but from the Sith. From the dark.
Sith,
Yeah.
Lord.
So yeah, I'm happy. I'm happy that we are gonna get some Ahsoka as well. Her origin as a baby, of course, she is force sensitive as a young child, so they do start teaching her at a very young age, and that's how usually the Jedi training is. They start them off at like very young,
Yeah.
like 4.
Well, I'm also excited for Yaddle to see Yaddle's movie
Yaddle,
coming. That's gonna be
yeah.
really cool
Yeah.
to finally get Yaddle in because
More
there's
Yaddle
not a
because
lot
we
of
haven't
people
seen
even
her.
know.
We haven't even seen much of her after episode 1. I think of Star Wars. Last time I saw her was episode 1, and I'm like, hey, what happened to female Yoda? What happened to her?
You know,
Yaddle, yeah.
so that's gonna be really interesting to sign.
She's not the mom of Grogu, guys.
I
Yoda and Yaddle did not smash and create
a lot
Grogu.
of
So stop it.
facts are
Stop
saying
it.
that. There's a lot of people saying that. So
They can't.
There's
It's
some
it's not
truth.
the Jedi way. You can't you can't fall in love.
a
Look what
lot
happened.
of it is not the Jedi
Hey,
way.
you
Look what
fall
happens.
you fall in love. You smash another Jedi. That is forbidden. You end up like Anakin. Look what happened to Anakin. See, he smashed. He smashed a politician. That's even worse. Because the Jedi Council is a group of religion. You smash someone within the political part of it, and look what happened. They have kids, and look, everything went wrong. So it's forbidden. It's forbidden. They did not smash. That is not their kid.
We'll see. We'll find out. I'm sure somebody's gonna someday they're gonna.
98%. That's not okay.
Don't be
I
98%.
put $2 on it right now.
All right. Now the next comment. Too Mad also said, "I'm actually only started to 100% games, and man, it's so much fun than just beating the story and moving on. Great challenges as well. That's how I feel. Like I've done that with all Kingdom Hearts. I've done that with Resident Evil games. I've done that with the God of War series. I've gotten a lot of platinum trophies because I'm a big time Sony guy, so I play a lot of the PlayStation. So yeah, man, I've beaten a lot of games. Right, I also beat Demon Souls. I've beaten Bloodborne. I've beaten Neo 2, like a bunch of 100 and Neo 2 and all those type of games. Those are hard. Kingdom Heart, like the 100%, the professional, like when you're playing the actual hardest, it becomes insane that you just want to give up many times. I don't know how many controllers I've broken, but it is definitely well worth it when you hit that 100% and you know you beat it, and you know you definitely don't want to go back to redoing that part again. You're like, oh, I'm done. I got 100%. I beat it finally after freaking 4 or 5 hours of trying. It's just that feeling you get accomplishing the whole game, and you can finally put it to rest and move on to the next game. I like that feeling, and I've gotten a lot of platinums that I don't know why I should have just recorded those games. It would have been really cool to finally see back and go back to it and be like, shit, I remember when I was struggling at this part here for like 4 or 5 hours, and I finally did it. You know, so
I'm the type of gamer
I like that.
who
He only beats it one time fast, doesn't even go halfway through the game, and he's gone to the next. Tell
No.
me, how many 100% have you gotten?
No, I said I'm the type of gamer who likes to go through the story first, pass it, right? Because I want to see where the story goes. Go back to it and go 100%. That's what I did with the Amazing Spider-Man, the PS4 Spider-Man game.
But how many platinum trophies have you completed?
I'm still playing it because it takes me a while to beat it. I mean to play it 100. As far as trophies, I try not to focus too much on the trophies, but I want to focus more on like completing the whole entire gameplay first, and go just get 100% complete on that, and then and then if I have more time for the trophies, I'll do trophies. But yeah, I love doing that too because I'm a hardcore gamer. Ever since like Atari. So I'm old. So ever since Atari, no, not Atari. I haven't even reached Atari yet. Nintendo was the origin of my gaming.
Same here.
All the Nintendo games, I started playing all the. There's a lot of bad games, by the way, in Nintendo. I played some of the bad ones. a lot of the bad ones and a lot of the good ones as well.
Yeah.
But I was a big fan of Zelda. I was a big fan of
Zelda was
Zelda.
dope. Metroid. Oh my god, like those games were
Metroid
bad.
was good. Was hard, by the way.
I like the Donkey
Uh,
Kong games. Those were dope.
no, for Nintendo first though.
Yeah, Nintendo. That came out for Nintendo.
I think the one for Nintendo
Oh
was.
no, that was Super
that was Super
Nintendo.
Nintendo. And of course, all the Super Mario Brothers was my jam. I love Super Mario Brothers. And by the way, did you know that the Super Mario Brothers trailer movie came out?
Oh yeah.
Jack Black be Mario and Chris Pratt's gonna be Luigi. We didn't see the trailer yet, but I'm so excited for it because we have Universal Studios annual pass to. Oh yeah, that's what I just said.
That's next year.
Yeah, for next year.
We're
but
excited.
the Super Nintendo Land or World, I can't wait for that. That's next year. But
Yeah.
I think it's already out in Tokyo. I think Tokyo's. It's like they already have the that attraction.
Dude, I can't wait till it comes out. We've been waiting for like 2 years already.
Yeah.
We've been seeing that sign, Super Mario World. We're like, oh shit, it's gonna come out in 2021. No,
Yeah,
2022, and now finally 2023. So they're pushing it now to like complete it. But yeah, dude. I mean, when it comes down to like video games, I definitely like to. I know with him, he enjoys looking at like so when he's walking around, he appreciates like the visual effects, the sound effects,
the construction,
everything, the construction of how it's well put, the details.
I do that. I walk slow. Like let's say The Last of Us, right? I would walk slow and just pause and just do like a 180, 360 around it. I'm like, oh wow, that building looks good. Oh
yeah.
Oh, look at that. Look how they designed. Like I would do that and spend like a good 10 minutes just like not even playing the game, just like looking around.
Yeah.
I love doing that.
Then Two Matt also said, I'm actually currently doing God of War series right now for 100% anticipation and Ragnarok. Session is
Ragnarok.
playing. Yeah.
Session. Oh,
yeah, Session.
yeah.
I'm playing right now, and dude, it's so damn annoying at times.
Yeah,
dude.
It's hard.
It's so hard.
It's hard, dude.
Yes,
man.
dude. God of War is just.
I love God of War, though, man.
I
Ever since PlayStation 2, I think. The first God of War.
I'm waiting for the next God of War game, which is coming out already. So that's what I'm gonna be on. That's why I gotta wrap up one of the games. I'm actually been playing
before you
Elder
get to that,
Rings.
start playing Last of Us because we're gonna be doing a live review. We're gonna be doing a live review on The Last of Us, by the way, once that releases. But if you can, man, just try to. I think I'm gonna go back to Last of Us, and just like try to pass the first game. I'm almost there, and then play a little bit more of Part 2. I heard there's some like controversy with Part 2 or some mixed reviews with Part 2. Some people loved it, some people did it, but I'm not like fully there yet as far as like passing the game, so I'll place in my thoughts on that after I'm done with it. Yeah.
So but we're gonna play it. I'm definitely gonna try.
But Ascension was it PS3? I think Ascension was PS3, and yeah, I thought that was pretty good. Was that the origin, like the first? Supposedly in the timeline, that was supposed to be like the first or something. But yeah, I think I might go back to playing that as well. And then Two Man also says you guys should totally check the trailer out. Jack Black is Bowser, not Mario. Jack Black as Bowser is absolutely perfect. The voice is great. We're gonna be doing a trailer reaction on that, so look out for that. We're actually gonna be doing that like right after this review. But we've already been, let's say, almost 45 minutes to an hour on this review to She-Hulk season 1. We still have to do Andor. So
thank
you guys for watching. Thank you, Too Mad, for your opinions and your thoughts on this show. And
we hope to see you on the Andor. If you watched it already, then just give us a second, let us watch it, and then we're gonna jump on live to do the actual reaction, because I'm really excited to see what's gonna happen on this episode.
Yeah. And like thank you, Phantom X and Osvaldo Santos, for replying as well. Yeah, we'd love to see you again, Sumad. We always say this to all our guests who comes in and puts in their comments. You know, you have an opinion. It's like if you don't, I understand it. It's cool. You know, not everyone can't please everybody.
Exactly.
And you know, sometimes we find a center point where we do agree in something, and there are some things that we do agree with this show as well. But overall, thank you for your comments. I do hope to see more of you here
Yes.
and your comments as well.
You too, Matt. You
Yeah.
are more than welcome.
And Too Mad just subscribe! Yay!
Yay! Thank you, Too
Where's
Mad.
our bell? We should have like a little bell.
Yeah.
Every time someone subscribes,
our clickers.
Our clicker. Alright, just snap. Yeah. Thank you, Too Mad, for subscribing, and also Too Mad, if you are a Star Wars fan, we do have chain reactions to our Mandalorian. Check out our chain reaction channel. I think you will like that since you are a Star Wars fan and you will watch anything Star Wars, as you stated here on your comments. We totally be back for more streams. Awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you, Too Mad. Thank you so much. Appreciate you.
We hope to see you on the Andor episode of on our live, which is gonna happen soon.
But remember, there's going to be more. I mean, we're going to have one season of Andor and then another season of, I don't know what's next. Is it going to be Tales of the Jedi, or is it going to be Ahsoka Tano?
We'll check it out. We'll see. But either way, everything that Star Wars.
And we're getting the Mandalorian season 3.
Oh yeah.
Woo!
Yeah, he's trying to wrap up all of the whole chain reaction for the first season, because the way that he worked it was he actually worked the second season, because we've already watched the first season when the channel actually started. Just so you know,
took them 2 years for the season 3 though.
Yeah, so they're basically jumping onto the third season, so we're trying to wrap up the first season, because we went back and did the chain reaction because the second season just was so successful. So
with the chain reaction.
So we want to be able to at least please the fans and be able to go back to the original where we've basically from the episode 1 all the way up to the end of season 2
until we jump into either
season
the Book
3,
of Boba Fett chain reaction or the Obi-Wan Kenobi chain reaction.
But when season 3 comes out, that's going to be our main focus on Mandalorian.
I got a lot of work to do.
But thank you so much, Too Mad, for joining us today, and we hope to see you on the other live reviews. And check out our reaction videos, our other reaction videos, and check out the actual chain.
How do you say Too Mad in Spanish?
Yeah, I really like that.
How do you say Too Mad?
Dos hombres.
Dos hombres.
Dos hombres.
Is that Too Mad?
We do have to jump out because we do have to do the next one, which is going to be Andor.
And we got to take a break, too.
We got to take a break.
Quick 5-minute break, and then we're going to jump into Andor. The next episode, I'm sure a lot of people has watched it already. And, oh, shoot, Sonia Pantoja. I always mess up her name. Sonia Pantoja is back.
Hi, Crown Gambit.
Hi there, Crown Gambit. It's me, Sonia Priscilla Pantoja, and I'm at the YMCA gym doing some workouts, and also I'm very excited for Halloween this year.
Dude, I've watched the actual Hocus Pocus. Hocus
Pocus too. I know Sonia mentioned.
Sonia, we're gonna be talking about that. I know your birthday's coming up in December.
Probably in your birthday. I don't know. We'll probably talk it sooner.
I think I might do it sooner. I might forget by then.
I haven't seen it yet though.
But we did mark it down on our calendar so we can actually.
I know your birthday's coming up on the 24th. See?
Thank you so much.
Got you.
Thank you so much. Enjoy your workout. We're actually going to be jumping out because we've been on live for a little over an hour.
My mouth is getting dry.
Yep, and we still got another reaction video before our live. But thank you so much.
Don't forget leg day. Never forget leg day.
Yeah.
Because, especially for guys, especially for men, if you forget leg day, your legs are going to look like this while you look like this. Okay?
Look like a
and females, don't be afraid to
work them legs out.
No. They always work the legs, but don't be afraid to do some upper body. It's okay. You're not going to look like She-Hulk. Just don't, not too much, but it's okay.
What if she wants to look like She-Hulk?
Well, I mean, if you do, then go for it. But
you're not going to look like She-Hulk.
If you do a little bit, you're not going to look like She-Hulk. Right away, Some girls are afraid to do like the upper body part because they don't want to get too big. But thank you for your comments, Sonia. Definitely come back for the next episode of Andor. We will be jumping into that in an hour or so. And then that's that. We're going to take a break from this live review.
Thank you so much for joining us today.
And thank you, Too Mad. Thank you for subscribing.
Thanks to our Crown Knights, Invincible, and also to
Jason Beltran.
Peace out. We'll catch you guys in an hour on the next live.
Peace.